Here's something your dealer will never tell you when you walk through that door. Right now, in June 2026, there are 8 SUVs sitting on dealer lots across America with over 400 days of supply. That means at the current rate of sales, it would take dealers more than a year to sell through the inventory they already have. And here's what that number means for you as a buyer. Desperation. Real financial desperation. Because dealerships finance the vehicles sitting on their lots through something called floor plan loans. Every single day an unsold vehicle sits there, the dealer pays interest on it, day after day, month after month. The longer it sits, the more money the dealer is hemorrhaging. And the more money they're losing, the more motivated they become to make a deal. Any deal. The 8 vehicles in this video are sitting in that exact position right now. And if you're shopping for an SUV, what I'm about to share could save you thousands of dollars. Before we get into it, understand this. I'm not just giving you a list. I'm giving you a map. For each of these vehicles, I'm going to tell you exactly why it's sitting unsold, which specific trims offer the best leverage, and what kind of discount you should realistically expect if you walk in prepared. This is the information that car salespeople hope you never have. Let's start. Number 8 is the Buick Envision. According to CarEdge market data from February 2026, the Envision is sitting with 267 days of supply. That's nearly 3 times the healthy benchmark of 90 days. Now here's the interesting thing about the Envision. It's not a bad vehicle. It's actually a reasonably well-equipped compact luxury crossover with a smooth ride, decent reliability, and a comfortable interior. So why isn't it selling? The answer is brutal and simple. The Buick name. Younger buyers, specifically the 30 to 45-year-old demographic that dominates compact luxury crossover purchases, associate Buick with their grandparents. The brand has been trying to reposition itself as a younger, more premium alternative for years. It hasn't worked. When a buyer in this demographic has $50,000 to spend on a compact luxury SUV, they're choosing a BMW X3, an Audi Q5, or a Lexus NX before they ever consider a Buick. The Envision is a victim of brand perception more than product quality, and that creates a specific opportunity. Dealers know the Envision needs significant discount to overcome buyer resistance. The current manufacturer incentive programs include cashback offers and subvented financing rates that, combined with dealer discounts on aging inventory, can bring transaction prices $5,000 to $8,000 below MSRP on well-equipped trims. If you need a compact crossover and brand name doesn't matter to you, the Envision is a legitimate bargain hiding behind a badge problem. Number 7. The Maserati Grecale. This Italian luxury SUV has 232 days of supply and climbing. The Grecale was Maserati's attempt to enter the mid-size luxury SUV segment and compete with the Porsche Macan and BMW X5. It's a striking vehicle, dramatic Italian styling, a powerful twin-turbocharged V6 in the Trofeo variant making 520 horsepower, and a genuinely exciting driving character. But here's the problem that no amount of beautiful design can solve. Maserati's dealer network in the United States is tiny. There are fewer than 140 Maserati dealers across the entire country. For comparison, BMW has over 350. Fewer dealers means fewer service locations. And when something goes wrong with a Maserati, something which the brand's reliability reputation suggests will happen, you may be driving an hour or more to find someone qualified to fix it. American luxury buyers understand this calculation. They're willing to pay for Italian drama. They're not willing to pay for Italian drama plus Italian ownership inconvenience. The Grecale's slow sales are forcing Maserati to offer significant incentive support, with transaction prices running meaningfully below MSRP in most markets. If you want the most dramatic-looking SUV on this list, and you're willing to budget for the maintenance reality, the Grecale can be had at a price that feels closer to reasonable than its original sticker suggested. Number 6 is the Hyundai Kona Electric. The Kona EV is sitting with elevated inventory levels that have been building throughout 2026. It's a practical, well-packaged small electric SUV with decent range and Hyundai's excellent warranty backing. But it's caught in a trap that's affecting nearly every non-Tesla EV in America right now. The federal EV tax credit, which previously made electric vehicles significantly more affordable, is gone. Without that credit, the Kona Electric's price premium over its petrol equivalent becomes very hard to justify for most buyers. Add to that the continuing consumer anxiety about charging infrastructure, particularly in rural areas and smaller cities, and you have a vehicle that should sell well in theory but struggles in practice. Hyundai has responded with aggressive dealer support, offering financing incentives and cashback programs designed to compensate for the lost tax credit. Buyers who do the math carefully, factoring in lower running costs, reduced maintenance needs, and the current incentive programs, can find the Kona Electric at prices that make genuine financial sense. But you need to negotiate. Walk in knowing the inventory numbers, knowing the incentives, and being prepared to wait. Dealers with aging Kona EV stock are highly motivated. Number 5, the Ford Mustang Mach-E. According to CarEdge March 2026 data, The Mach-E is taking close to a year to sell. 360 plus days of supply, let that sink in. Ford's flagship electric SUV, named after one of the most iconic nameplates in American automotive history, is sitting on dealer lots for close to a year before finding a buyer. Why? Multiple converging problems. First, the EV tax credit expiration hit the Mach-E particularly hard because it was priced in a range where that credit made a significant difference to monthly payment calculations. Second, Ford has had software and quality concerns with the Mach-E that generated negative press coverage and created buyer hesitancy. Third, and most importantly, Tesla remains the dominant force in the American EV market. When an American buyer decides to go electric, the first question is almost always why not a Tesla? And the Mach-E, despite being a genuinely capable vehicle, doesn't have a convincing enough answer to that question for most buyers. The opportunity here is real. Ford is deeply motivated to move Mach-E inventory. Dealer discounts combined with Ford's own incentive programs have been bringing transaction prices significantly below MSRP. We're talking $5,000 to $10,000 below sticker on some configurations. If you want an electric SUV with established dealer support across America and you're not brand loyal to Tesla, the Mach-E at its discounted prices represents genuinely compelling value. Number 4. The Jeep Grand Wagoneer. 463 days of supply as of February 2026 data. This is one of the most jaw-dropping inventory numbers in the entire automotive market. The Grand Wagoneer is Jeep's most expensive, most luxurious vehicle. It starts at around $95,000 and can easily exceed $110,000 when optioned. And for nearly a year and a half's worth of inventory, nobody is buying it. Here's the deep analysis of why. The Grand Wagoneer launched at a moment when luxury full-size SUV buyers were desperate for vehicles due to pandemic-era supply shortages. Dealers marked it up aggressively above MSRP. Buyers paid those markups because they had no choice. The moment supply normalized and buyers had options again, the Grand Wagoneer's structural weaknesses became impossible to ignore. At $95,000 plus, it competes directly with the Cadillac Escalade, Lincoln Navigator, Mercedes GLS, and BMW X7. These are brands with decades of established luxury credibility. Jeep, whatever its off-road reputation, has never been a luxury brand in the American consumer's mind, and its reliability ratings from J.D. Power and Consumer Reports have slipped, which is disastrous at this price point. Buyers spending this kind of money on a vehicle expect it to work perfectly every time. And the Grand Wagoneer's track record doesn't inspire that confidence. Dealers are now offering $15,000 to $20,000 in combined manufacturer and dealer incentives just to generate buyer interest. If you want a massive family hauling SUV and you're not attached to European luxury badges, the Grand Wagoneer at $15,000 to $20,000 off sticker becomes a very different financial proposition than it was 2 years ago. Number 3. The Lexus GX 550. This one is counterintuitive. Lexus has the tightest inventory in the entire industry on most of its models, averaging just 28 days of supply according to Kelley Blue Book January 2026 data. Toyota and Lexus vehicles practically sell themselves. So why is the GX 550 sitting with nearly 90% of its 2024 and 2025 inventory still unsold at certain dealers? Timing, pure and simple. Lexus just announced a significant refresh for the GX lineup. Buyers in the market for a premium body-on-frame SUV, which is a specific buyer who wants off-road capability without sacrificing luxury, know that the updated model is coming. And nobody wants to pay full price for last year's model when a meaningfully improved version is months away. This creates a very specific and temporary opportunity. Dealers holding GX 550 inventory from previous model years are stuck. They can't send it back to Lexus, they can't wait forever, and their floor plan financing costs are mounting. The result is the rare situation where a highly desirable Lexus product is actually available at a discount. It won't last. The moment the refreshed GX arrives in volume, these opportunities disappear. If you want a GX 550 and you're not bothered about getting the very latest version, right now is the window to act. Dealers are motivated in a way Lexus dealers almost never are. Number 2. The Jaguar F-Pace. CarEdge DataPerfect confirms that the Jaguar F-Pace has been a slow-selling model for nearly all of the past year, with supply consistently exceeding healthy benchmarks by a significant margin. And here's the context that makes this situation uniquely interesting. Jaguar has announced transitioning to a fully electric brand. The F-Pace, which is currently available as a petrol or mild hybrid vehicle, is effectively a product in its final chapter. Jaguar knows this, dealers know this, and increasingly buyers know this too. When a brand is in transition, buyers face a choice. Do they buy the old version on its way out, or do they wait for the new version that's coming? Most choose to wait, which means dealers holding F-Pace inventory are in genuine distress. This is one of the few situations where a premium British SUV, which normally commands its full price, is available with meaningful negotiating room. The F-Pace itself is a well-sorted vehicle, genuinely sporty driving dynamics, strong engines, and a cabin that's improved significantly in recent years. If you've always wanted the Jaguar experience and you don't mind buying the last chapter of a model's life, the discounts currently available on F-Pace inventory are the best this vehicle has ever been. Just budget for the maintenance reality of British luxury ownership and get that extended warranty. And number 1, the Volkswagen ID.4. For 3 consecutive months from January through March 2026, the ID.4 topped CarEdge's slowest-selling vehicle rankings in America. With 480 days of supply in February 2026, it's in a category of its own, nearly 16 months of inventory at current sales rates. A completely mainstream electric crossover from one of the world's largest automakers, sitting on dealer lots for a year and a half. This is a failure on a scale that the automotive industry rarely sees from a major player. Why is this happening? 4 reasons, each feeding the others. First, the federal EV tax credit expiration hit the ID.4 harder than almost any other EV, because VW had carefully positioned the vehicle's pricing to make it attractive specifically with that credit applied. Without it, the price proposition collapsed. Second, Volkswagen's charging infrastructure cannot match Tesla's supercharger network. EV buyers in America have become acutely aware of charging network quality, and anything that isn't Tesla or can't access Tesla's network starts with a disadvantage. Third, VW's marketing of the ID.4 has been inconsistent and weak. Brand awareness for this vehicle remains low despite it being on sale for several years. Fourth, and most critically, dealer behavior has undermined sales. VW sales staff are better trained and more incentivized to sell petrol Tiguans and Atlases, which have higher margins, than they are to sell the ID.4. Buyers who walk in asking about EVs are frequently steered away from the ID.4 toward conventional alternatives. VW is now offering some of the most aggressive EV incentive programs in the market to address this crisis. Dealer discounts, manufacturer cash back, and financing support are combining to bring ID.4 transaction prices $10,000 to $15,000 below original MSRP on some configurations. For a buyer who wants an electric crossover with good range, solid practicality, and is comfortable with the charging limitations, the ID.4 in mid-2026 might be the best outright value in the EV segment right now. So here's the bottom line on all 8 of these vehicles. Dealer desperation is real, and it is measurable. When a vehicle has 200, 300, 400 days of supply, the dealer is under financial pressure that you can use to your direct advantage. But here's how to do it right. Before you walk into any dealership, look up the market day supply for the exact vehicle you want. That number is your opening position in the negotiation. If the supply is above 150 days, you have significant leverage.